During Donald Trump's talk with Elon Musk last night, he recounted his incredible skills of persuasion and negotiation on the world stage. It's really breathtaking. Take a listen.
I know Putin very well. I got along with him very well. He respected me, and it's just one of those things. And we would talk a lot about Ukraine. It was the apple of his eye. But I said, don't ever do it. Don't ever do it. You can't do it, Vladimir. You do it, it's going to be a bad day. You cannot do it. And I told him things that what I do. And he said, no way. And I said, way. And you know, it's the last time we ever had the conversation.
The only part of that I really do believe is that Trump speaks to other world leaders like Wayne and Garth do in Wayne's World. He said, no way, and I'm like, way? I mean, that's probably the level of political discourse I expect from Trump. Maybe a little less, at least, they were very effective in making their points and getting their sponsors for their Wayne's World big network debut. There's more though. Elon and Trump talked extensively about how the president should deal with strongmen in other countries, and the main conclusion, it seems, was just be belligerent and unpredictable. Take a listen to this.
I think it's just worth emphasizing, to listeners, the immense importance of whether the United States president is intimidating or not intimidating, and how much that matters to global security. Because there's some real tough characters out there, and if they don't think the American president is tough, they will do what they want to do.
I know every one of them.
And that puts the whole world in danger.
Elon, I know every one of them, and I know them well. I know Putin, I know President Xi, I know Kim Jong-un of North Korea. I know every one of them. And let me tell you, people will say, oh, this is terrible. He said, I'm not saying anything good or bad. They're at the top of their game. They're tough, they're smart, they're vicious, and they're going to protect their country, whether they love their country. They probably do. It's just a different form of love, but they're going to protect their country. But these are tough people at the top of their game. And when they see a Kamala or when they see a Biden, Sleepy Joe, they can't even believe it. They can't believe this happened.
And Musk immediately agrees, yeah. Listen to the list of adjectives there that Trump posits as the best qualities for a leader. They're the top of their game, they're beautiful, they're vicious. Those are the three.
Yeah.
Okay, like those somehow work together. And he doubled down and once again talked about his fabulous relationship with Kim Jong-un and praised him for being the boss of North Korea. Take a listen.
Man or person who's unbelievably sharp in order to stop all the nuclear danger and all the dangers that I'm talking about. And I got along with all these. I got along with Kim Jong-un. We had dinner, we had everything. And he really liked me and I got along with him really well. By the way, he's the absolute boss over there. A lot of people said, oh, do you think he really?
That's for
sure. Let me tell you, I saw things that you don't want to know about. He is the boss. But we had a good relationship. And he doesn't like Biden. He considers him a stupid man, he said. He's a stupid man. Well, at least he speaks his mind.
You heard it here. They had dinner. They had everything. I don't know what that means. I can only go to places I don't want to go. So Cenk, please take over here.
Yeah, he says, oh, you don't want to see what I saw. Well, wait a minute. You saw some sort of atrocity in North Korea and you're not telling us? That's kind of weird. He says he was the absolute boss. Yeah, we have another word for that. It's called dictator. And it's not a pleasant thing. It's not a good thing. Hey, don't scroll away. Come back. Because before the video continues, we just want to urge you to lend your support to TYT. You power our honest reporting. You do it at tyt.com/team and we love you for it. Look, he does a fake elector plot, which is in essence a coup in 2020 after he lost the election. Why? Because he believes, well, look, if I'm in charge, you can't fire me. I'm the big boss. I'm the absolute boss. So what if I lost? So what? Let's just move things around, get rid of even our own electors and get some fake electors in there, and so that I could be absolute boss. I saw Xi Jinping do it. I saw Kim Jong-un do it. Vladimir Putin do it. Why can't I be absolute boss? Because we're a democracy and not a dictatorship. And you think, come on, Cenk, he's got to understand simple concepts like that. I'm not at all convinced that he understands simple concepts like that. Not at all. He kept saying about the Attorney General. He's supposed to work for me. Why isn't he protecting me? Why isn't he working for me? Because the Attorney General doesn't work for you. He works for the people of the United States of America. And we built a system that protects the attorney general from the president in case the president decides to use the attorney general for political reasons and weaponizes the Justice Department. In fact, the Republicans now are saying, oh my God, we hate that concept and we think the Democrats weaponize the Justice Department. Then why wouldn't you be upset at Trump for saying the attorney general should only report to him and protect him and not you guys? It doesn't make any sense. There's no governing philosophy there. And are we surprised that there's no governing philosophy from a guy who says, then I told Putin, way. I mean, look, Rudy Giuliani was on this show at the RNC, and he said, yeah, Trump is basically using the madman theory, and he referenced that theory. And because I asked him, I said, he keeps saying, and Rudy's as close to Trump as anybody is, and he keeps saying, oh, Russia wouldn't do that, Hamas wouldn't do that, nobody would do that. I'm like, why wouldn't they do that? What is he actually threatening? And I said, is he threatening to attack Russia and start World War III? And Giuliani said, yeah, he's like, that's the madman theory. Nixon used it, Trump's using it, that he's willing to do anything. But the problem with the madman theory is if you actually have a madman. Like, do you think Trump is capable of understanding? I think he thinks, what do you mean? I'm the absolute boss, so I bombed them. And they're gonna bomb back. I didn't expect them to bomb back. Like, he's just a moron of epic proportions. And you see him like, now apparently there's a new theory, the Valley Girl theory. So Putin says no way, and I say way. Okay. I don't think that Nixon used that one. But maybe if you combine the Valley and being intimidating, we can get the Cobra Kai theory.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, which actually is disastrous. Do not strike first and have mercy. Cobra Kai is not the right way to go. Anyways, look, bottom line is.
What I do in international relations is I sweep the leg. That's what I recommend. I do the crane or I sweep the leg.
Yeah. And look, I want to go back to the important point that they were discussing about, well, how do you conduct yourself with these foreign leaders? Because Musk was saying, like, you got to be intimidating. But they look at it, in my opinion, in such a childish way. Like, does the guy look intimidating? Is he tall? Is he a man? Is he a bully? Is he? No, brothers and sisters, this is all about action. You can bluff and you can huff and puff, and that's not gonna matter at all. They're gonna tell very easily, hey, are you bluffing or are you not bluffing? Do you take actual acts, like different things that you could use, sanctions, leverage, finance, and sometimes threatening war, etc. There's all these different levels of power that you can use, and you should use them in different measures. But just blustering in there, going, oh yeah, I'll nuke you, is not necessarily intimidating and effective foreign policy. And then just falling in love with communist dictators is also not effective policy. Kim Jong-un built many nukes under Donald Trump because Donald Trump was distracted because Kim Jong-un was flattering him. And look at how easy it is to take advantage of our president if it's Trump. All you have to do is be like, oh my God, your hair looks good today. He's like, we fell in love. And he's the total boss. We did everything. He built nukes while you were pleasuring yourself to the idea of his letters. Because he did, he literally said these are love letters and we fell in love. Imagine if Kamala Harris said she fell in love with a communist dictator. What do you think that the right wing would do? If you're a right winger out there, be honest right now. If Kamala Harris said that she had fallen in love with Kim Jong-un before Trump ever said it, oh, I met Kim Jong-un and we did everything, and then we wrote love letters and we felt great. Oh, you wouldn't believe the terrible things he showed me. But he's the total boss, and we're in love. You would have said they did totally disqualifying. That's insanity. Go look it up. That is what Donald Trump has said about Kim Jong-un. Totally unqualified to lead.
And how easily Trump can be bought on an issue with flattery or with money is evidenced yet again, even just so clearly in Musk supporting him and how Trump just flipped on electric vehicles because of that.
Oh, 100%.
But I do think that there is something to be said for being a strong, coherent, aggressive tough leader, in addition to all the things that you mentioned. I do think you need to be able to have policy proposals and sanctions proposals and punishment laid out very clearly that you present to a hostile foreign actor to get them, to deter them from taking that action. But you also have to be able to look them in the eye aggressively and say, I am not kidding around. This will be the consequence. This is a hard red line that will not be crossed, or you will suffer the consequences. I don't think Biden, in the end of his term recently, is very capable of doing that, which is a big part of why I thought he needed to step down. But I also don't think that Trump is capable of that, and there's no way he's talking aggressively to people he's in love with, who he's instead saying, "Wait, trust me, dude." It seems of the current options, Kamala Harris is the one who can have a prosecutor's seriousness and look someone in the eye and say, this is a hard line. You can see her doing that very easily.
Yeah, last words go to our members on YouTube. Jeffrey Whitman wrote in on the most important issue that everybody's talking about, why Trump is talking like that in this interview. He said, I actually have dentures, and that is kind of how I sound when I'm not wearing them. So yeah, I thought about that too. Not just that it's falling out. He just might not have been wearing them.
Because it was audio. Right.
Yeah. And Quincy Magoo had a different theory. And he said too many Trump steaks ruined his teeth. Possible. I mean, that might be why Trump steaks went out of business. Oh no, right. Everything he runs goes out of business. So that's the real reason.
Thanks for watching. If you become a member, you get to watch all this ad-free, except for, of course, this ad. Still, hit the join button below.